welcome back to Show Me St. Louis. Now, baseball fans know the heroics of St. Louis baseball legends. Their images are painted on Busch Stadium's left field wall, but the mural highlights only 13 of the 55 players inducted into the Hall of Fame who played for the Cardinals. So who are these other players and what are their stories? Well, now there's a book with all the answers. Author Ed Wheatley joins us live with a look inside his new book, St. Louis to Cooperstown. Thank you so much, Ed, for being here today.
It's always fun.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about this book. I imagine it started when you noticed, what the heck, this mural only has 13 players.
Well, and the book is just not about the Cardinals. It's also about the St. Louis Browns, who played here for 52 years, and the St. Louis Stars and Giants of the Negro Leagues, because all these teams have men in Cooperstown, the Baseball Hall of Fame. Actually, 1 out of every 5 players inducted into Cooperstown has roots to St. Louis.
Really?
Yeah, and
wow.
Of all the inductions, over 50% of the inductions that have taken place, there is someone from roots of St. Louis baseball, either playing or growing up here. So it's like, who are these people? But if you're the second winningest World Series team in the history, which the Cardinals are next to the Yankees, and you only got 13, who are these other members of this 55 class? And we need to know about them. If we're going to be the best baseball town in America, we have to know the whole story. We can't forget history.
Yes, and that's what I like about this book too. It's really the chronology of baseball history. So as you mentioned, I mean, there are some teams that people probably don't even know were here.
Oh no, I mean, you'll say a player's name like Comiskey, and they think Comiskey Park in Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, he had a big role here in the early years of the Cardinals franchise and is honored. And we need to make sure we understand him. Just like, you say Clark Griffith. You think Washington Senators, the stadium up there. He had a long pitching career in baseball and spent his time here in St. Louis. So it's visiting all these men who are part of this, as you said, the evolution of the great game of baseball.
Yeah.
And their roots and touch points in St. Louis.
What was the most surprising thing you found when you were writing this book?
Well, when I write all these different books, which I have, you always I call them Harry Carey moments. Harry Carey used to go out, holy cow, So when you're researching and, using a good case in point, in 1974, April 1974, the world was hooked on Hank Aaron watching Babe Ruth. He was going to break Babe Ruth's career home run record, which he did. But, there was a man who held that record, the home run record before Babe Ruth came, for over 25 years. And he too had roots to St. Louis and played for our team. So how many people, if you were to go out on the street and said, who was the all-time home run career leader before Babe Ruth? Everybody's going to go, it was Roger Connors. So, I mean, it's things like that that are these tidbits of, there's the gentleman, he's in the Hall of Fame. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, but he only played in 1 game in his whole major league career. He became a hero as a manager, but in his 1 game, it was played for the Cardinals. 2 innings he played. First ball hit to him, makes an error. He comes up to bat, strikes out.
Oh,
so he's like 0. So that's the kind of fun you can have as you go through all these. It was Walter Alston, the great Dodgers manager. So I mean,
things that just surprise you.
They do.
Okay, well, I mean, Ed is a wealth of information, and he's having some book launches and events coming up, so you can find him May 2nd, 3rd, and 13th. Learn more, ksdk.com/showme. We'll be right back.